Welcome to my channel. This is Decagon Maths. In today's lesson, we'll be learning how to solve this triangle problem, right? Making use of the sine rule. Now, looking at this problem, we have to find the value of x, given that this side is 10 centimeter. These two angles are 30 degree and 60 degree respectively. So, there are two methods that we can use to solve this triangle. The first one I'm going to make use of is the sine rule, because that is what we are concerned with today. So talking about sine rule, I will illustrate for us what sine rule is, right? By drawing a triangle here. So let's call this triangle A, B, and C. So we have angle, sorry. So we have angle A here, we have angle B, and we have angle C. All right. Now, this angle is facing this side, so we call it A. Then this angle is facing this side, we call it C, and this angle is facing this side, we call it this side B. Now, what sine rule is saying is that you will have that A, that is this length over the sine of the angle facing it, A, is equals to B over the sine of the angle facing it, right? That is sine B, will equals to the sine that is C, sorry, that is C over the sine of the angle facing it. That is over sine C. This is all sine rule is talking about. So, but how do we apply this in this scenario now? So, I'm going to start by, let's label this. Let's say we have x, y, and z, right? Now, look at this. We have a known angle and a known side. Then we have a known angle and an unknown side. So that means we are going to relate this together. That means we can pick that from sine rule. That means using sine rule, that the sine of this angle over this side, we can also write it like that. So I need to mention that we can also write it as sine A over A equal to sine B over B equal to sine C over C. We can also write it this way, but what we just make sure to do is that whichever way we are writing it, it is uniform for everything. So if you are putting the length, writing the length as the denominator, let all the length be at the denominator. If you are writing the sine as the numerator, let everything be let all the sine of the angle be at the numerator. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So we can just just following it this way, right? So let's have the length up and the sine of angle at the denominator. Let's do it that way. So we have x that we're looking for over sine of x is equals to, now we have this, right? Let's call this xy over the sine of the sine of z, right? Over sine z. So following from this, we can substitute our values, and so we now have x is unknown over sine x, that is sine 60, is equals to xy, which is 10, over sine z, right? That is sine 30. So we need to know the value of sine 60 and sine 30, right? Now I'm going to make use of the this triangle. So I don't want to use my calculator. For those of you that are doing jam, you will not be allowed to use a calculator, right? Alright, so we have this to be 30 and we have this to be 60. I hope you all remember this triangle. Then we have this place to be 2, this is 1, and this place is root 3, right? So that means x over sine 60 now is from this triangle, which is opposite over hypotenuse, right? That is 1 over 2. So we have 1 over 2 here. Now equals to 10 over sine 30 from here is opposite over hypotenuse. That is root 3 over 2. So we have root 3 over 2. Now when we cross multiply, that means we have that x multiplied by root 3 over 2 equals to 1 over 2 multiplied by 10, right? X multiplied with 3 over 2, and this 1 over 2 here multiplies 10. Alright, so we can then multiply both sides. That is by the multiplicative inverse of this. That means we have x root 3 over 2 multiplied by 2 over root 3. That is the multiplicative inverse of this to remove the root 3 over 2 on this side. So we must multiply it uh, by both sides, right? So 1 over 2 times 10 times 2 over root 3, right? So this cancel this and this cancel this. So we are left with x here. So this is 2 cancel 2 here. We have left with 10 over root 3. And then we can rationalize this by multiplying up and down by root 3. So this we have x equals to 10 root 3 over 3 centimeter. So that is the value of x, that is 10 root 3 over 3 centimeter. So if there's anything that is not clear, please you can comment and let me know whatever it is that is not clear. So here we have it. This is the value of x. All right, now I said I'm going to show you another method to do this. All right, now if you look at this triangle now, we have this is 30 and 60. The sum of angle in a triangle is 180. So this plus this is already 90. That means the third angle is 90 degrees. So this is telling us that this is a right angle triangle, right? Now, if you consider this as a right angle triangle, all right, now we can make use of this angle here, or we can make use of this angle here. Now, if you want to make use of this angle, which is 30 degrees, that means this side will equal to the opposite. With respect to this angle now, this place will be opposite, while this x that we want to calculate will be the that will be the adjacent. This will be the adjacent because this place facing 90 is always the hypotenuse, right? Now, so we have the opposite, we are looking for adjacent, that is OA, and you remember your SOHCAHTOA, right? So remember the SOHCAHTOA, SOHCAHTOA. So we have adjacent and opposite. So this is what we make use of, right? So we have that tan 30 degrees is equals to the opposite, that is 10 over adjacent, which is x. Then we multiply both sides by x, that is x tan 30 degree equals to 10 times 1, which is 10, right? So that means we divide both sides by 10 30 degree, that is over 10 30 degree equals to 10 over 10 30 degree. So we are left with x equals to 10 over 10 30 degree. Now I'm going to draw the triangle that I drew earlier. So I'll draw it again. This is 30, this is 60, this is 2 1, and this is root 3. So we want to find 10 30, which is opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent, right? That means x equals to 10 over root 3, because opposite over adjacent is root 3 over 1, which is root 3. So 10 30 is root 3, right? Now we can rationalize by multiplying up and down by root 3. So this equals to 10 root 3 over 3, right? In centimeter, which is the same thing as we got earlier. You can take the video back and check what we got earlier. It is the same thing, right? So we've come to the end of this video. So if you find this video very helpful, please click the plus button. If you are watching me on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. If you are watching me on TikTok, click on the plus button, right? Thank you guys for staying through. We see you again next time. Goodbye.